in the second half. 19 of those coming from Jeremy Dent-Smith out of his 29 overall to lead the Toros to victory. Dent-Smith with it in his hands right now. Alex Garcia, DJ Guest, Adam Afifi, and Jordan Hillstock, the five in gray on the court for the Toros. Corey Cofield II, Kaiwan Kennedy, Shane Bell, Jaden Lazo, and Raphael Gay, the five in black for Cal State LA. Shove it over to Jeremy Dent-Smith. He's kind of put one up with the shot clock winding down, hits rim. Golden Eagles track down the rebound. Golden Eagles pick to finish third in the conference. Dominguez Hills pick to finish first. Cal State, San Bernardino in between them. Jordan Hillstock comes down with the rebound. Had 10 of those in their first matchup. 16 and 10 with a double-double for Jordan Hillstock against Cal State LA the first time around. Dent-Smith swings around. Hillstock wide open. Shoot off the front iron. Afifi with the rebound. Baseline drop step. Can't finish. Tipped up in the air, and Cal State LA comes away with it. Shane Bell on the run. Over to Lazo. Skipped all the way over to Kennedy. Reversed it, but taken away. Garcia on the run. Garcia with the reverse lay-in smooth from the Santa Fe, New Mexico native. The Tours were down 33-28 at the half in game one, then put up 55 points in the second half. Scoring barrage from the Toros. Swung over to Garcia out of the corner. Dent-Smith shovels to DJ Guest. Afifi, top of the key. Over to Dent-Smith. Drives. Kicks to Hillstock. Won't matter. That's a charge on Jeremy Dent-Smith. Dominguez Hills can ill afford him getting into foul trouble. And a little over 2 minutes into the game, he already has one on the offensive end. LA running the weave at the top. Garcia. Tough shot finishing over him for Shane Bell. One-handed runner going towards the baseline. Shane Bell made it. Yes, back out to Garcia, top of the key. Afifi at the wing. Hillstock dipped down. Got to Dent-Smith. Dent-Smith hits the mid-range jumper. Conference Player of the Week for the first week of December, Jeremy Dent-Smith. Cal State LA swing around. Shane Bell over to Raphael Gay, but took steps before putting it down. Raphael Gay, the junior from Paris, France. Transferring from Southeastern Community College. Dent-Smith guarded by Lazo. Afifi, top of the key. Over to Dent-Smith. Thinks about three, kicks it over to DJ Guest instead into Afifi, who had good position but has it knocked away by Kaiwan Kennedy. Lazo for three off the front iron. Garcia with the rebound. Dominguez Hills dominated the boards in the first game. That pass a little too hot, a little too high. Dent-Smith trying to find Afifi on the run. Connor Scales checking in along with Robin Niss, native of Germany. Jordan Rosales also in for Cal State LA. And Chasen Stewart for the Golden Eagles. That's out to Chasen Stewart. Swung over to Rosales, guarded by Dent-Smith. Now Dent-Smith switches off onto Connor Scales. Swung around the horn. Dent-Smith flies by. Shot taken. No good. Now the hand of Devin Ringer. The hockey change for the Golden Eagles. Ben Smith on the run. Kicks it out to Afifi. Afifi, the big man, will take the three, rattles it out. That should have been a hold on Rosales, holding down Garcia. Coach Steve Becker can't believe they didn't see it. And that's a points in the paint for Robin Niss. Steve Becker incensed at that missed call. I would tend to agree with him. Niss looking for the foul. Saying Afifi shoved him down. Coach Jim Saya not happy with the officials either. On the drive, Devin Ringer kicks it out to Rosales. Over to Connor Scales on the drive on Afifi. And knocks it down. That was a tough finish over Afifi. Both coaches giving it to the official. Dent Smith with the Euro step finishes it off. Officials let them play here early. Connor Scales guarded by DJ Guest. Over in the corner. And Ringer mishandles, goes out of bounds. Tie game here early. 6-6, 14:25 left in the first half. Looking to remain undefeated in the conference. CalStateLA trying to avenge their lone loss in conference. Suffered the hands of the Toros on November 30th. Dent Smith guarded by Connor Scales. Scales switches off to Guest. Scales now on Garcia. Dent Smith guarded by Rosales. Afifi now guarded by Niss. O'Neal switching everything. Cross-score pass to Hillstock. Quick pass to Dent Smith. Can't hit. Comes up empty. And with one on the shot clock, Garcia knocks it off of Connor Scales. This is going to be a short one as well. It's going to have to be something going towards the basket. With one on the shot clock. On the inbound to Garcia, able to finish it off with one on the shot clock. Caught it, did not come down. Able to bank it in. Rosales back out. Chase and Stewart, they swing it around. Back out to Rosales. Walled off by Dent Smith. Garcia with a steal. Garcia back out to Afifi. Hillstock passes up the three instead, trying to get Afifi down low. Hillstock probably should have shot that. He was wide open. Hillstock's a shooter. Back out to Connor Scales, guarded by Hillstock. Fancy handles. Garcia nearly another steal. Hillstock, if he has mitts on it. Afifi gets the loose ball. Garcia in transition. Dent Smith behind the back, kick to Hillstock, corner three off the back iron. Out to Dent Smith. Garcia now had one more to Hillstock, took it himself instead, comes up empty. Tours 0 of 6 from 3. Hillstock nearly a steal. And stepping on the baseline was Jason Stewart. Jaden Winfrey, JT Tan, David Cheatham check in for the Toros. Hillstock, Afifi, and DJ Guest out. And the hockey line change for Cal State LA. Original 5 starters in. Jaden Winfrey with it. Guarded by Gay. Over to Garcia. Cheatham trying to shove to JT Tan, out to Winfrey. Takes the three. Well long. Possibly a shot pass to Cheatham. By the way, came up empty. 3 for Shane Bell is good. CalStateLA retakes the lead, 9-8. Into Garcia's CalStateLA picks up full court. Now they'll hang back Winfrey, dealing with Lazo. Over to Garcia, back out to Winfrey. Over to Cheatham. Dent Smith thought he had on the back cut. The angle wasn't there for Cheatham. Garcia dealing with Raphael Gay. JT Tan has a mismatch down low. Swing pass to the corner. Cheatham off the back iron. Tan comes away with the rebound. Powers his way back in. That's going to be a charge on JT Tan, I believe. There'll be a blocking foul. JT Tan will step to the line. It was a shooting foul. Jim Saya again upset. And the Toros bench realizing that it's the under 12 timeout. Toros up 9-8. No, excuse me. CalStateLA up 9-8 after that 3 from Shane Bell. We'll be right back. Foul. Knocks down both of them. Shane Bell with it. They run the weave once again. Shane Bell kicks it over to Cofield. Quickly over to Shane Bell from the corner. Went baseline drive. They swing it all the way around. 3 is no good. Dent Smith battles and wrests it away from Raphael Gay. Over to Garcia, corner, 3, good. Toros finally hit their first 3 of the game, 1 for 9. After that one, Garcia with a corner 3. Back out to Lazo. He's swinging around. Shane Bell, baseline cut off by Garcia. And forced to swing it back around the other way. Lazo guarded by Dent Smith. Cofield, top of the key jumper, no good. Well defended by Cheatham. And it was just an air ball. Cheatham did not get a piece of it. That was an awkward shot from the leading scorer of the Golden Eagles. 18.3 points per game for Cofield. Winfrey with it. Either him or Dent Smith can run the point. JT Tan. Free throw line extended, shovels to Dent Smith, and after missing their first 8, the Toros have hit 2 in a row from distance and opened up a 7-point advantage. Over to Gay. Back out to Shane Bell. Quickly over to Cofield. Handle the pass to JT Tan, saved, and Dent Smith has it taken away by Cofield. This is going to be a blocking foul on Jaden Winfrey. It is. A helter-skelter situation right there. You got to deem it a shooting foul. And so Corey Cofield will step to the line. 83% free throw shooter on the year. Knocks down the first. Just under 10 to play here in the first half. Second one nestles in as well. Inbound to Hillstock on the run. Slows it down. Again grabbed by Lazo. Cheatham has it knocked away. Shane Bell over to Gay. Lazo back over to Shane Bell. Out to Lazo, guarded by Dent Smith, into Gay, guarded by Tan. Tan leans on him, forces it out to the perimeter. 3 is good from Kaiwan Kennedy. Tan sets the screen. Tries to set up in the post. And it's got to set the screen for Winfrey. Tan trying to pin down Kaiwan Kennedy. Instead, ball comes back out to Cheatham. Way off. Rebounded by Gay.
Yeah, let's go. Oh!
This will be a foul call on Jaden Winfrey, his second. Gay was in trouble. Bailed out by the foul from Jaden Winfrey. Jet Smith will check out. Hillstock will check out. Garcia and Guest back in for the Toros. Gold Eagles swinging around over to Lazo. Tan against Gay. Gay faces up. Cross-court pass. Kawan hits. The junior from Malvern, Pennsylvania. Knocks down mid-range jumper. 7-0 run for the Golden Eagles. They've tied up at 16. Swung all around to Cheatham. Screen from Guest. I got a Winfrey. Tan free throw line extended. Dealing with Gay. Spin move. He'll draw the foul on Raphael Gay. This will be another shooting foul. Actually on Corey Cofield. A senior from Detroit, Michigan, transferred in from East LA College. Two for two from the line so far for JT Tan. And misses that one. Misses both. On the run. Again, the weave at the top. Pulling up, tough shot. Good defense from Guest to jump out on the jumper by Corey Cofield II. Up to Tan on the run. Watch out, that's a freight train coming through. Golden Eagle goes down, Tan can't finish. All the way over. Guest nearly a steal. Winfrey comes away with it. Has Cheatham on the run, finds Cheatham. And what a fly by Corey Cofield II, finished with the right. Under 8 to play in the first half. Over to Shane Bell. Swing it all the way around to Lazo, guarded by Winfrey. Shane Bell on the curl and flipped it back out to Corey Cofield. He'll take the top of the key three, rounding out. All the way up to DJ Guest in the corner. Finds his balance. Zips it all the way back out for a reset. Cheatham, baseline drive. Runs into Raphael Gay. Steam clean defense by the officials. Baseline drive, come on, Carter. Kennedy, excuse me. Shove it out to Lazo, corner three, no good, rebounded by Cheatham. Winfrey coming from across the baseline, brings it across the timeline. Guarded by Raphael Gay. Cross-court pass to Garcia. Flyby, kicks to Cheatham, swing around to Guest. Guest, three, goes long. Tan retrieves the rebound. Baseline drive, Tan finishes with the right. Good minutes from JT Tan. 4 points. An offensive rebound right there. Over to Shane Bell. Winfrey nearly a steal on Lazo. Cross-court pass to Shane Bell, guarded by Garcia. Had JT Tan waiting for him. Cofield with a cut. They didn't find him. Garcia with the steal. Able to tip it to JT Tan. Guest runs into Lazo. That's a foul on Lazo. Frantic pace here in the first half. Toros up 20-16. Tours to inbound 20-16, 5:45 left to play in the first half. Dent Smith kicks it back out to Garcia, top of the key, guarded by Lazo. Back out of Dent Smith. Garcia rubs off. Dent Smith over Lazo, nothing but nylon from Jeremy. (23-16). 3 of 13 from three for the Toros. Of course, they started out 0 of 8. They've hit 3 of their last 5. DJ Guest walling off Taiwan Kennedy. Shane Bell over Dent Smith. Goes well long. Did not. No, they do reset the shot clock. Lazo worried that they didn't. Takes the 3 and knocks it down from the top of the key. Scramble situation. Over the top to Garcia. Out to Dent Smith. DJ Guest. Guarded by Shane Bell, and that'll go off of DJ Guest's knee. Devin Ringer will check in for Lazo. Devin Ringer, the freshman from Inglewood. Shane Bell to Robin Niss, the Germany native. Nearly a 5-second call. They get it to Shane Bell with 12 on the shot clock. Out to Ringer. Ringer trying to drive on Hillstock. Foot on the sideline. Jeremy Dent Smith not giving Connor Scales any room. Yes, quickly into Dent Smith. Fifi. Left open for the mid-range jumper. Off the neck. Shane Bell looking to push. Trying to find this. Instead, it's going the other way. Alley-oop intercepted. Good awareness from Kaiwan Kennedy. Then mishandles coming back the other way. DJ Guest slips down. Now finds Shane Bell in the corner. Good job by DJ Guest to recover. Ringer on the drive. It's slippery in the middle. Shot, wild shot over Hillstock, comes up empty. Now Hillstock on the run. CalStateLA normals up defensively. Dent Smith, long on 3. Game's getting a little out of hand, a little sloppy right now for both sides. Not necessarily a coach's special right now in the way both sides are playing. Drive into the middle, right hand, good finish from Shane Bell. Went baseline, then jump stop to the middle of the paint, and they will finish with the right. Pace just a little frantic the last couple minutes. Fifi comes out on the wing, guarded by Niss. Dent Smith used the screen from Fifi. Fifi stayed put. Fifi probably should have rolled on that. Decided to pop instead. He had an open lane to roll. Dent Smith forced to kick it back out to him. It winds up at a turnover with a foot on the sideline. 23-21 Toros, 2.5 to play. Two and a half to play in the first half. Toros up 23-21. LA with the ball. Out to Shane Bell. Guarded by Garcia. Gay with a screen. Kick back out to Rafael Gay. The Frenchman looking to drive on a Fifi. Tough finish over a Fifi. Smith over to Cheatham. Hillstock will take the three. Hillstock will hit the three. Best three-point shooter on the team, Jordan Hillstock. At least as a spot-up shooter. Over to Gay. He'll try to answer back with a three of his own. Comes up empty. Hillstock flying in for the rebound. Double-double in game one between these two for Jordan Hillstock. 16 points, 10 boards. Ben Smith cut off. Finds Cheatham in the corner. Cheatham just long. A minute and a half to play in the first half. Over to Cofield. Drives into Cheatham. Tries to draw the foul. Still hits the shot. Over to Guess. He's dealing with Connor Scales. Across the timeline with a minute to play. (26-25), tightly contested first half in game two between these crosstown rivals. 7 on the shot clock. Ben Smith has Raphael Gay on him. Gay forced him into a step back. Afifi rebounds the air ball. And able to put it up. Turn around to Shane Bell. And Coach Jim Sire will call a timeout with 25 seconds to play. 18 on the shot clock. Shades of Lorenzo Charles right there for NC State back in 1983 as Fifu. It'll be Connor Scales to inbound. Into Shane Bell. Defended by Garcia. Ben Smith got a hand on the pass. They kick to the corner. Lazo able to get to Raphael Gay. Can't finish around the rim. Timeout called. Coach Becker was asking for that either on the rebound or the missed shot. And they'll put 0.4 seconds back on after the shot went through. And then he got his own rebound. Toros on the run. Dip Smith running three. Comes up empty. So inadvertent horn mixed in there. But either way, the Toros will take the lead into the half. 28-27 here on the CCA on Flow. The 5 on the floor in gray for the Toros. Bell giving it to Cofield. They don't run the weave, they instead run it for Gay, who gets it to Lazo. Baseline drive. Kick out to Shane Bell for three. Rolls around and out. Lazo tipped it away, but it'll be Dominguez Hills possession. DJ Guest to inbound. Able to get it to Garcia. Token pressure from CalStateLA. The Guest dealing with Cofield second. Over to Garcia. Screen from Afifi. Garcia has a switch on Gay into Dent Smith, who posted up Lazo. By the double from Cofield. That's going to be a foul call on Cofield. Officials let him play in the first half. Pretty physical in the first half, but right there, Cofield a little too physical as he was coming down to help Lazo. So Dent Smith had pinned down. Would not be surprised to see Dent Smith go to that well again off the inbound. He pops out. Afifi had Lazo on the switch. There'll be a foul on Lazo as the Toros are targeting Jaden Lazo early. I believe in NBA parlance, they call that hunting. Kicked out to Dent Smith, guarded by Shane Bell, into a Fifi, double from Lazo, helping out Gay, kicked over to Hillstock in the corner, but that's going to be turned over. I think a Fifi thought Hillstock was going to cut baseline. Said Hillstock stayed put. Cofield still pleading his case with the officials. The officials today, Darren Harris, Matt Ariano, and Steve Summers. Into Gay, guarded by Afifi. Kick to the corner. Back out, they swing around Lazo. Dumps down to Gay, who lays in over Afifi. DJ Guess has the inbound poked away by Cofield. He will not be able to run the baseline now. After that goes out of bounds. He gets it over the top to Garcia. Dent Smith on the dead sprint. High kick to Hillstock, able to save it inbounds to Guest. Garcia guarded by Lazo. Dent Smith in the corner. Gay covers. Kick to Hillstock, corner, three. Off the mark. Fifi with the rebound, but he stepped on the baseline. He's going for the reverse layup, but ran out of room under the basket. Out to Cofield. Lazo guarded by Dent Smith. Fifi guarded by Gay. Gay guarded by Afifi. Gay keeping a pivot foot. Might have got away with a walk. Might have got away with 3 seconds in the lane as well. Instead, it's a bucket for Raphael Gay. Guest guarded by Cofield. Back out to Jeremy. Has Shane Bell turned around, able to drive, can't get the spin off the glass. Shane Bell drops off to Lazo. Lazo, three. Long, Afifi rebounds. Jeremy Dent Smith on the run. Shoveled out to Afifi, top of the key, three. Rolls home. Tie game, 31 apiece. Over to Lazo. And Shane Bell. Cofield kicks it out to Lazo. Looking for Raphael Gay again, guarded by Afifi. Afifi has the size advantage. Gay tries to use his footwork to get around. Afifi got a piece of it. Gass looking for Dent Smith. From behind the back, drive, runs into Gay, finishes. Strong take, soft touch from Jeremy Dent Smith. Weaving his way through the paint, getting it to his right hand, laid up softly off the glass. Lazo guarded by Dent Smith. Kennedy, back out of Cofield. Cofield, tough shot, can't finish. Gay gets his hands on it, finally gets out to Lazo, shovels over to Shane Bell, can't come away with it. Cofield, guarded by two Toros, puts it up anyway. Able to finish, strong take from Cofield. Showing off his Detroit strength right there. Dent Smith, step back over Cofield, hits the mid-range. We got a duel between two of the top leading scorers in the conference in Cofield and Jeremy Dent Smith. Again, Dent Smith scored 19 in the second half. And we're out to a 55-point performance for the Toros in the second half. That victory over CalStateLA on November 30th. The game they trailed by 5 at the half. Three taken, good from Cofield. He stares down DJ Guest. A duel between Cofield and Jeremy Dent Smith. Dent Smith has Bell on his hip. Drops off to Afifi. Afifi can't finish, gets his own board. Can't finish again. Coach Steve Becker upset, no foul call on Gay right there. Afifi has to finish the first one, though. On the weave, Cofield runs into Guest. That's going to draw a foul. It's not going to draw a smile from Coach Steve Becker, I can guarantee you that. 36-35. CalStateLA up 1, 15 minutes to play in regulation. Stock, Garcia, JT Tan, Cheatham, the 5 on the floor for the Toros. Robin Niss, Connor Scales, Corey Cofield, the 2nd. Jordan Rosales, and Devin Ringer, the 5 on the floor for CalStateLA. Cofield knocks down the first. He'll probably be coming out if he hits this one. He doesn't. Wants to stay in there. Jeremy Smith, guarded by Rosales. Tan sets the screen. Had Tan on the roll. Finds him. Drop step. And tries to drop it off to a cutting Cheatham. Probably should have put him up himself. Tan guarded by, Rosales. Guarding Dent Smith. Dent Smith got it in the corner. Tan with the rebound. Hillstock no good on the 3. Tan dipping down. Splitting the double team. Finishing with the right. 6 points for JT Tan. Over to Connor Scales. Scales back out to Rosales. Swings it over to Ringer. Rosales guarded by Dent Smith. Out to Ringer. Into Niss. Right hand hook is good. Might have got away with a hook to start off that possession. Instead, able to finish with the right. Garcia guarded by Rosales. That'll be a foul call on Rosales. Rosales saying he was getting hooked. Jaden Winfrey will check in for Jeremy. Chasen Stewart comes in for Cofield. Winfrey able to get it into Garcia. Back out of Jaden Winfrey. Cheatham drives. Cheatham will be fouled from behind by Chasen Stewart. We'll see if it's a shooting foul. It is. Cheatham will step to the line. Cheatham, the junior from LA. Cheatham makes 69% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. Second is pure as well. Tie game. 9th tie we've had today. Tan going to be called for the reach on this. A little soft considering what has been called today, but was a foul. Inbound to Niss, swings around to Rosales, guarded by Dent Smith. Over to Connor Scales, baseline drive, fended off by Garcia. He comes up with a loose ball. Dent Smith drives, no foul call. He has to stay in the play though. And he does have it. He'll drive again, no foul, drops off to Tan. Tan finishes. They're not calling much on the interior, but JT Tan, strong presence in the paint, 8 points in the paint. JT Tan really built for this kind of game, this kind of physicality. Rosales guarded by Dent Smith. Winfrey is looking for a steal. Instead, it's dropped off. Player goes down. And then a foul on Tan. That was after Chasen Stewart went down with the ball. Hockey line change, 5 for 5 for Cal State LA. Jordan Hillstock will check in for Jeremy Dent-Smith. A kick ball by Cheatham. Reset the shot clock to 20. The Kennedy to inbound. Lazo wheels around. They run the weave. Garcia guarding Shane Bell. Cofield passes up the three. Events up in Shane Bell's hands again, guarded by Garcia with 5 on the shot clock and a foul on Garcia. All of a sudden, the whistle a little tighter. They've been kind of letting them play all game long. Well, a couple kind of touch fouls, one on JT Tan, that one on Garcia. Winfrey guarding Lazo. Lazo nearly stepped out of bounds. They whip it all the way around to Cofield, guarded by Cheatham. Cofield trying to draw the foul, won't get it. Up to Garcia. Lazo grabbed him and one. Alex Garcia plays through the contact, lays up off the glass, and he'll head to the free throw line. The strength from the fifth-year senior, Alex Garcia. Give Dominguez Hills a 5-point advantage. He knocks it down. Largest lead for Dominguez Hills was 7. 8. Largest lead for CalStateLA was 7. Out to Lazo, hounded by Jaden Winfrey. Tan guarding Gay. Gay, a couple stutter steps, no call. Out to Lazo, he'll take the 3. Winfrey flying by. Lazo with the nylon. 44-42, big shot right there from Lazo. Tan spins, dumps off. Garcia lays it in. Beautiful find from JT Tan. Lazo over to Shane Bell. Garcia rubbing his leg a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Shane Bell comes around on the curl. Cofield fakes the 3. Will drive on Cheatham. He does that little hard nest, putting the ball out in front of him, begging you to grab him. Cheatham does. Cofield will head to the line. When we come back, Toro's up 4, 46-42, 11 minutes to play in regulation. Corey Cofield, the second, going to step to the line. Knocks down the first. 83% free throw shooter. Leading scorer on the team with 18.3 a game. Second rattles home. 46-44, entertaining ball game. A little bit of a physical rock fight. Lazo grabbing Winfrey again. No call. Over to Dent-Smith. Out to Jaden Winfrey. It's a Tan over the top, has it knocked away. But Lazo will get called for the foul. To be honest, appreciate the hustle from Lazo, but if he didn't foul then, he fouled another time. And he's certainly earned every foul that he's been called for. Winfrey to inbound. A little miscommunication between him and Tan. Tan guarded by Nis. 30 feet from the basket. Tan trying to take him all the way in. Right-handed. Can't finish. Cheatham, rebound, and one. That is a phenomenal play from David Cheatham. getting grabbed on the way up, gets the rebound, puts it back in. Knocks it home. Over to Niss, over the right side to Ringer. Ringer again, guarded by Jaden Winfrey. Dumps it down to Niss. In the post. Tan stands tall. Hillstock got a hand on the pass. Shane Bell is trying to get it back out to Niss. 5 on the shot clock.
Hey, watch over the top pass. Watch over the top pass.
Cofield skies for it. 3 on the shot clock. Cheatham gets a hand on it and gets the block towards the other way. Dent Smith on the run. Gets fouled by Bell. Couldn't finish. But Bell was grabbing his elbow. Dent Smith will step to the line. Leading scorer today for the Toros, 14 points. Knocks down the first. Second clean as well, 51-44. This, nearly a steal from Winfrey. Kennedy back over to Cofield. Ringer hounded by Winfrey. Top of the key, Cofield dances, gets it over to Kennedy. Can't hit. Tan comes down with the rebound. Over to Winfrey. Quickly up to Jeremy Dent Smith. No numbers. He'll back it back out. Cheatham middle cutting. Can't finish. He and Tan had a chance with the rebound. Cheatham ended up coming away with it and puts it in. The hang time Cheatham gets on his jumps. He's able to grab it and put it back. Largest lead of the game for the Toros. 53-44. Tan cuts off Ringer. Middle cut, Cofield. Dent Smith couldn't do anything about it. Winfrey gets Ringer on his hip. He get called for a carry. It didn't seem like there was any intent by him to not dribble. They do call him for the carry. That's normally the call to make when you try to deceive the defense, make it look like you're going to pass, and instead keep your dribble. I didn't feel like that's what Winfrey was doing there. Tan will check out, Garcia in. Fifi in as well for Jaden Winfrey. Winfrey, a key cog on the defense for the Toros. 53-46. 9 to play. In regular, Fifi forcing Ringer over into the corner, and Fifi will call it, took one to a vulnerable area right there as it bounces off of him, goes out of bounds. Into Ringer. Started by Hillstock. Gets past Hillstock, kick, Cofield, corner. No shot is a foul before the shot. Cheatham went down. The foul was on Ringer on the driving kick. A little bit of a tough call. Ringer had already done all the dirty work getting around Hillstock. But he'll get called for the charge. Dent Smith on Shane Bell, driving, left hand finish on the right hand side. Jeremy Dent Smith putting on a show once again. 18 points on the game for Jeremy. Had 29 in the first contest between these two. Back out to a 9-point lead. Shane Bell over to Cofield, guarded by Cheatham. Kennedy baseline drive. Kick, corner, three. No good from Ringer. Cofield grabs the rebound. Shane Bell through the middle. Kick back out to Cofield. Cofield through the middle. Would be a blocking foul, I believe, unless it was on Dent Smith from behind. It is on David Cheatham. Toros up by 9. Golden Eagles head to the free throw line. We come back here on the CCA on Flow Sports. First one is good. Cofield taking his time, centering himself. Knocks down the second. Whatever works, 83% free throw shooter. Cheatham to Garcia in the corner. Back out of the wing. Dent Smith. And midcourt, Ofifi. Back out to Garcia. 10 on the shot clock. Dent Smith takes the three. Another manette for Jeremy Dent Smith. He's got 21 points on the game. Hillstock with the steal. Hillstock with the slam. Defense to offense for the Toros. They got a 12-point advantage with 7 minutes to play. Dent Smith. Good shovel pass. Nice little pocket pass from Kennedy to find Raphael Gay. Dent Smith guarded by Cofield. That's a step back, walled off by Cofield. Fifi finds Hillstock. Hillstock is going to lose it. Raphael Gay, quick hands. But it goes off of Gay, out of bounds. 11 on the shot clock. Jaden Lazo going to check back in. Devin Ringer out for the Golden Eagles. Into Cheatham. Dent Smith, rub screen. Doesn't set it. Instead goes to Fifi down low with 5 on the shot clock. Hillstock's got to take this. He'll take the shot and doesn't hit the rim. He bobbled the pass. Got to put him in trouble. Toros up 10, 6.5. Shane Bell to Kennedy, over to Cofield. They run the weave again. Shane Bell, a little shove to Garcia to create some space. Garcia, good defense. Garcia's all alone as Bell went down. Kennedy recovers. So Garcia stayed in position, soft touch off the back of the rim. The fifth-year senior has 14 on the day. Cofield left wide open. Long rebound. Garcia holds. Dent Smith guarded by Lazo. Fifi has Lazo on him down low. Cofield has to double. That's going to be a block on Lazo. He was stuck as soon as he switched off onto a Fifi. Part of that is the threat of a shot from Jeremy Dent Smith. You almost have to switch it. And so Lazo has fouled out. Fought hard, but when he got stuck on those mismatches down low, it drew 2 or 3 fouls on him. It'll be Ringer to come in for Lazo. Winfrey will check in as well for Hillstock. Hillstock just 1 of 5 before that dunk, 1 of 4 from 3. But he's made his presence felt in other ways in today's game. Fifi. Nestles in the first. Largest lead of the game for Dominguez Hills. Second is Pure. Over to Ringer. They run the weave. Cofield on the drive. Runs into Cheatham. Cofield skies for his own rebound. And one. Cofield flexes in his own putback in the paint. Just feels like you run into a brick wall when you put your shoulder down, hit the chest, and Cheatham. It doesn't really create much space. Threw Cofield off on the first shot, but he was able to get his own rebound up off the ground quickly after landing. Was able to put it back. CalStateLA not going away. Knocks home the free throw, completes the three-point play. The Golden Eagles are back within 11. 60 home. Plus minus can be a little misleading, but the two leaders in that category for Dominguez Hills, Jaden Winfrey a +10, David Cheatham +13, and they do a lot of the dirty work for this Toros defense. Cheatham trying to find post position, couldn't do so. Garcia kicks it back out to Winfrey. Back to Garcia, jab step, opens up some space, dumps to a Fifi. Easy lay-in for Fifi. All created by Garcia on the drive. Winfrey exited the game earlier with about 8 to play, and Coach Becker saying, get him back in there as quickly as you can. We need him. Gave up the rebound right there. The second chance three for Devin Ringer. LA putting on a little full court pressure. They'll back off. Winfrey over to Cheatham. Cheatham to Dent Smith. Back out to Winfrey. A Fifi. Guarded by Cofield. Gets it to Garcia. A Fifi. Trying to pin down Ringer. He's going to take one too many steps. Coach Steve Baker won the foul first. Fifi got his feet tangled up underneath him. Cofield. He's swinging around the horn to Kennedy. Garcia might have got a piece of that one, at least altered the shot. Left-handed shot from Kennedy. Jeremy Dent-Smith. Toros content to eat a little clock here with a double-digit advantage. Under 4 to play. Dent-Smith on the drive. Cofield got his hands on Dent-Smith. Has to take it away. Cofield goes down. Dent-Smith a little frustrated as the ball is being dug at his feet. We do not have review. The officials might confer on this one during the break. 3:41 to play. Toros up 10. Fortunate to not pick up a flagrant right there with the extracurricular shove. I know he was frustrated with the contact down at his feet. Cofield steps to the line 1-1, knocks down the first. Cofield very deliberate on his free throws, and the 83% free throw shooter has only missed one today. Garcia trapped in the corner, able to get it back to the middle of the court. Gets it to Dent-Smith. 3 seconds to get it over and does so. Gets it to a Fifi. That was a little bit of a lazy pass. And Scales is going to get called for the grab from behind, as the official Steve Summers says. And a Fifi will step to the line. This will be 2 shots. Misses the first. Fifi, a 73% free throw shooter.
All the holding down here, you call that?
Coach Jim Saya not happy with the call. Fifi knocks down the second. Toros back up by 9. It's been an area they've struggled this year, kind of closing out games. Looking to finish strong here. Over to Ringer. Got it by Garcia. Mid-range pull-up is good. Golden Eagles back within 7. Winfrey gets it across. Over to Cheatham. Back out to Winfrey. Corner to Garcia. Need to be very purposeful with every pass. Then Smith on the drive. Runs into a brick wall. Gets his own rebound. Can't finish. Scales comes away with it. He's tied up by Winfrey. Possession arrow keeps it with the Toros. What an effort from Jaden Winfrey right there. Jeremy Smith also getting his own rebound. Jaden Winfrey flying in to get the tie up. 67-60. Big part of the story in the first contest between these two was rebounding. The Toros dominated on the glass in game 1. They've dominated on the glass here in the second game. Scramble for it, a Fifi able to finish. Toros out-rebounding the Golden Eagles by 14, including a 15-7 advantage on the offensive glass. Give up the layup right there. Golden Eagles again extending pressure. Fifi was wide open under the basketball. It would have been a long, dangerous pass. More valuable to eat a little clock right here. Up 3 possessions with 2 to play. Over to Cheatham, baseline drive. Finds a little space, can't finish. It's tipped out. Nearly another offensive rebound. Chance to cut it to 4. Scales can't hit. Fifi actually knocked it away from Dent Smith. Another chance for Scales. Misses. Dent Smith skies for the rebound. Comes down with Cofield. Tie up. Dent Smith is holding his head. Might have took a shot, an inadvertent shot from Cofield. Jeremy Dent Smith still holding his head on the floor. Skied for that rebound. He gets up, he's okay. Appears to be. He'll stay in the game.
Catch up. Next play. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy.
Out to Kennedy, guarded by a Fifi. Shane Bell, guarded by Garcia. Tough shot. Gets the roll off the front iron. Be a timeout from CalStateLA. Dent Smith still holding his head. You can see a little bit of a red mark on his forehead. Trainer checking on him. Back up 3 possessions with under a minute and a half to play. 1:37 on the clock right now in regulation. Into Dent Smith in the corner. Cross-court pass, Garcia tracks it down. Over to Jaden Winfrey. But Winfrey was out of bounds on the sideline. It didn't look like from here he was that close to the sideline, but Jordan Hillstock will come in for Jaden Winfrey. huge possession right here. Shane Bell drives. Blocked by Garcia. Dent Smith on the run. Takes a shove from behind. He'll get thrown down. Everybody needs to keep their heads about them right now. That was a physical foul from Kennedy. Or was it Ringer? It was Ringer. That's going to be a 2-shot foul, and that's it. We don't have the benefit of review. Dent Smith took a bump at midcourt when he got the ball. And it was basically tackled on his way to the hoop. CalStateLA plays a physical style. You gotta make sure not to retaliate. Keep your wits about you. Keep a cool head. If you're the Toros, try to finish the game. Jeremy Dent Smith coolly and calmly knocks down both. Extends it back to a 3-possession game. Cofield over to Kennedy. Corner for Bell. He's walled off. Ringer, corner 3, good. Timeout, CalStateLA, and head coach Jim Saya. Safer. 1:05 left to play. David Cheatham to inbound. He will be able to run the baseline. Gets it to Afifi. Back out to Cheatham, over to Jeremy Dent Smith. Dealing with Devin Ringer. Toros content to run all the shot clock they can. Dent Smith, kick, corner, Hillstock, baseline drive, back out to Garcia. Flyby. And knocks down the floater after Shane Bell flies by him on the pump fake. Huge shot from the 5th-year senior. This is an official's timeout. Make sure the clock is where it needs to be, not a call timeout. Teams will not huddle up. That made a 6-point game. Still just 2 possessions, but huge shot from Alex Garcia, keeping his composure. Shot fake, dribble, drive, floater, good. 6-point lead, Toros. Shane Bell gets it to Ringer. Ringer back out to Scale. Over to Shane Bell. He'll take the 3. Garcia hand in his face. Can't bake it in. Hillstock, what a rebound and what a job to keep his dribble as he's going down. Jeremy Dent Smith will be fouled, coming back down through the offensive end. What a play by Hillstock, skying for that rebound. Was going to fall down, but had the presence of mind to dribble first, so he wouldn't be called for the travel. Heads up play from Hillstock, gets it to Jeremy Dent Smith, and he's going to be headed to the line to try to ice it, make it a 3-possession game with 20.1 seconds left to play in regulation. Nestles in the first. Second one's nothing but net. 75-67, 20 seconds to play. Cofield on the drive, runs into Jeremy Dent Smith, and that's a charge call, fittingly drawn by Jeremy Dent Smith. He's been taking the brunt of all the blows all second half long, and he sticks his nose in there one last time, takes one to the chest, and draws the charge, which might be the decisive final play in this game. There'll still be some fouls, but that'll just about do it. Toros will call a timeout. With LA exerting full court pressure. Jeremy Dent Smith scoring his number today, 25. Alex Garcia with 16. Adam Afifi.
Hey, is our possession on a jump ball, guys?
A little unfinished business here. Into Hillstock. He's being dug out. Finally, foul called on Ringer. scores 29-28 at the half. Toros able to extend it 28-27, at the half. Dominguez Hills on the verge. Right now they're 3 points shy of a 50-point half. Hillstock misses the first. Kind of a similar script to how game one played out. Toros will all pull back from the free throw line. Hillstock on an island. Misses the second. Still an 8-point game. Shane Bell kicks it to Kennedy. Misses the three. 2 seconds to play. Afifi gathers the rebound. And the Toros defeat their crosstown rival, Golden Eagles, from CalStateLA for the second time this year for a regular season sweep, 75.